What's up, guys? We are back looking at some more WBC baseball player props today on the PrizePicks board. Yesterday, I was able to have a complete sweep yesterday for the Dub Club members in the WBC. We had Venezuela going up against Italy last night, and Venezuela pulled that one out. We cashed out with a huge four-man, technically a five-man right there. Had Suarez over, Churio for a hit. That's my guy right there. Luis Reyes for a hit, and then Ronald Acuna for hits, runs, and RBIs. All four of those players cash us out, as well as the Jalen Johnson free square, of course. That was able to print me and my Dub Club members a 6.25x, pretty much sweat-free, kind of. I mean, it came down to the 8th inning there, but once Trio was able to get that hit, man, they just kind of flew. Suarez was able to catch with a home run here, but we are back now with the finals tonight. Venezuela on a back-to-back, playing the USA. And I am very excited for tonight's game, and hopefully we can get some winners for the final WBC game of the year. If you're new to this channel, this is my second channel. I already posted some NBA plays for today on the main channel, which is DOMG Props. But if you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe and leave a like on this video if you have not already. The most important thing, though, is have those notifications on. That way you don't miss out on future videos from me. And do get in before these odds get bumped or get removed. I'll have plenty of MLB plays on this channel for the entire season, so get ready, man. It's going to be a good year. If you want all of my plays, check out the Dub Club. Link will be in the description for that. 50% off of your first month or 60% off of the next 3 months are available in my description right now. My profit on PrizePicks is over $11,000. And you can see here too some of our different winners that we had from last MLB season. I know my baseball, and you can just kind of tell that from some of these screenshots, man. Like 25 to 712 was another one of my favorite winners from last year. So again, both special offers are listed in the description, but I'm not going to keep you here too much longer. Let's just hop into these plays and hopefully finish off the year or finish off the tournament with some nice winners under our belt. So PrizePicks does have a Nolan McLean discount here on the board. He's down from 4.5 to 2.5 strikeouts. I do like this discount, but I would not be playing that with today's plays. I'm going with all USA guys in today's play, which means we cannot have another USA player in the lineup. What I did do is I paired this one, though, with the SGA taco. So I know some people are kind of skeptical, but at the end of the day, it is a 9 PRA discount for SGA. Even if there is some like blow potential there, I still think SGA is in a great spot for his PRA here. He's been over the side in 4 of his last 5. People are just kind of pissed that he went under his line last game, and he barely finished that game with 20 points, but I think this is a nice little bounce back spot for him. I do think this is a solid discount on the board, but I've definitely been wrong in the past about PrizePicks discounts. But getting to the WBC plays and why I like them so much here, let's start off here by looking at the lineup that USA is putting out today. So this is the lineup that USA is running with tonight. You have Bobby Witt leading off, you have Harper, Judge, Schwarber, Alex Bregman, Roman Anthony, Will Smith, Bryce Terang, and then Byron Buxton batting in the 9 spot. You will see me do this all the time with plays that I post. You will see me constantly take guys that are in the 1 spot, pair with the 9 spot. Or you'll see me take a guy in the 3 spot, pair with the guy in the 4 spot. Just from the way that I've been able to run my correlations in the past, that has worked the best. So you'll see this from me the entire MLB season more than likely. You'll see me pairing guys in the 3 and 4 spot and the 1 and 9 spot together, which is kind of what I did today. You will be seeing Bobby Witt, Aaron Judge, and Kyle Schwarber all in my lineup for today's plays. So starting off here with Bobby Witt, I'm going to mark him here for a hits, runs, and RBIs at 1.5. I think this is a good spot for him. He's leading off. He can easily hit a single and then have a guy, again, from the 3 or 4 spot, be able to knock him in, like, Judge or Schwarber. And then in the 3 spot, I'm going to go with Aaron Judge just simply for a hit. I do also like his over hits, runs, and RBIs, but I think it makes more sense for us to take just for him for a hit. And I'll show off that a little bit later on why I think that is going to be a better idea. And then I like Kyle Schwarber for his hits, runs, and RBIs as well. So 3 goblins here in this play here, but hits, runs, and RBIs are some pretty high-paying goblins. They're not like just the hit goblin, which pays a little bit less, but hits, runs, and RBIs is a pretty high-paying goblin. And if you are to pair this one with SGA or another like base play on the board, you can take it for anything. You can take like just a normal NBA player. You can take like SGA's assist if you wanted to. Any base square on the board will have this paying out 5.25x today on the PrizePicks board. Pretty damn good value in my opinion. I love the correlation here. I think it makes a lot of sense. And if you were to take, by the way, Aaron Judge for hits, runs, and RBIs instead of half a hit, it actually is only going to change the payout by 0.25x. So you can kind of see why I think it just makes a little bit more sense for him to just, have a hit here. I think just overall makes a little bit more sense. And I do like the Schwarber betting in the 4 spot because you do have that RBI opportunity, like an RBI single opportunity to like maybe get Bobby Witt in or like get Aaron Judge even to score a run. I think this play here on PrizePicks makes a lot of sense here. And if you look at the past games, it definitely does make a lot of sense. Like in this game here, 5-3 against Canada, Bobby Witt only had 1 run there. So he actually went under on his hit runs and RBIs. But you also have Judge and Schwarber covering on their line. You have Aaron Judge with a hit. He also had a run in that game. And then Kyle Schwarber with a hit and an RBI, as you can see there. We'll actually zoom in here because it's kind of hard to see. But you can see here, though, their stats from that game against Canada. Then you have this game here against Italy, the game where USA actually lost. But in that game, Bobby Witt had 2 hits. He didn't even go over hits, runs, and RBIs. Judge did not go over. He did not have a hit in that game. You still have Kyle Schwarber, though, with his hits and his runs and RBIs going over where he had a hit and a run. I will say, though, also the 9 spot is not a bad option either. I came very, very damn close to adding Byron Buxton to the plate today with him being in the 9 spot. Though they are facing a lefty, and I just don't necessarily think that Byron Buxton goes all 9 innings here. It will probably end up putting in a guy like Gunnar Henderson or Pete Armstrong for him once Rodriguez gets pulled for Venezuela, their pitcher today. But I do think a good idea could be adding Byron Buxton for a hit, which gives us all the way to a 7.5x. It's really up to you at the end of the day. I think the value is pretty damn good adding Buxton in, but you're only going to get probably about 2 at-bats here for Byron Buxton. So I didn't really want to risk that. I just kind of wanted to go with guys that I expect to play all 9 innings today, which is these 3 players right here for the simple 5.25x. But I thought I'd kind of throw that out there because you, again, see Pete Armstrong in the 9 spot. He had 2 hits in that game. You also had in this game here, PCA again. He had 2 hits there in the 9 spot. The 9 spot is feeding when it comes to these types of correlations. But getting into some of the better games for USA here, where they're not just missing by 1 player, you have Bobby Witt with 2 hits here against Mexico. Aaron Judge had 2 hits, a run, and also 2 RBIs, and Kyle Schwarber went over on his hits, runs, and RBIs. Had a walk even, but also a hit and a run, going over his hits, runs, and RBIs. And of course, again, Bryce Terang, the 9 spot guy, had a hit, as you can see there. USA against Great Britain, Kyle Schwarber went over his hits, runs, and RBIs. Judge went over in the 3 spot, but Bobby Witt did not play in this game. But you will see yet again, the 4 spot goes over on his hits, runs, and RBIs. Pete Armstrong in the 9 spot cashes with a hit. The 1-3-4-9 lineup strikes once again with a nice little win if we were to do that for that game. Take a look here at the USA game versus Brazil. Brazil is not Venezuela. They have a much worse team. Obviously, they did not even make the knockout tournament. But Bobby Witt here in the 1 spot went over his hits, runs, and RBIs. He had 2 walks there too. He got based 3 times, and he was able to go over his hits, runs, and RBIs. Aaron Judge had a hit in that game. Also had 3 runs, 2 RBIs, and 2 walks. Kyle Schwarber, on the other hand, 2 hits and 2 runs, again, going over with 2 walks also. I actually didn't even realize this till now. USA had 17 walks. They had 17 walks against Brazil. That's actually kind of insane. Bregman got walked 4 times. That's crazy. But and then, of course, Terang in the 9 spot has 3 hits. So, again, you guys can kind of see how my lineup is working out here and just how I kind of attack the MLB for a lot of the time with correlations and things like that on PrizePicks. The 1-3-4-9 spot is printing money. It did it all for me last MLB season, and I expect that to do the same this year. And by the way, that paid off for us last night. Looking at Venezuela last night, who I was able to take. I took Acuna, Reyes, Suarez, and Jackson Chourio last night. They all had at least 2 hits, runs, and RBIs. What if we took a guy in the 5 spot, or like the 6 spot, or the 7 or the 8 spot? They all would have missed. You see, Ezequiel Tovar did not go over. Torres did go over. You have Abreu, though, and Contreras in the 7 and 8 spot. They missed. But however, our guys in the 1, 3, 4, and then 9 spots all cashed on their overs. The 1-3-4-9 lineup strikes once again. That is why I'm running with this plate today. Banking on USA having a good game in the final here. There are some big time favorites. Over-under is not too high on this game, but I do want to put a play in for the finals, and USA is favored at the end of the day. Give me Aaron Judge, Bobby Witt, and Kyle Schwarber over the hits, runs, and RBIs. But I bumped it down to just Aaron Judge for a hit. I think it makes a lot more sense rather than adding a runner RBI for it to be a 5.5x, if that makes sense. But again, you could also add, if you wanted to, Buxton in to make this one a 7.25x, but I don't really trust him playing the entire 9 innings. Did not really want to risk that there. So this is the play that I got for you guys today. Go USA. Hopefully they're able to finish the job here and win the WBC. That'd be nice if you get another championship. You will see a lot more MLB winners from me this year. I'm telling you guys, we swept yesterday. We swept the Venezuela slip just from yesterday alone. We're going to do the same today, guys, with the USA. Come join us in the Dub Club. There are so many more plays available, whether it's for any of the main 4 sports, the NBA, the NHL, the MLB, or the NFL. All 4 sports are posted from me. I have contributors who post plays for the chat as well. Be sure to join. 50% off of your first month or 60% off for the next 3 months. Both options are listed in the description. Thank you for watching. I will see you hopefully in tomorrow's video. Best of luck. If you want to see how I made over $10,000 of profit on PrizePicks, watch this video on your screen right here.